Nature has evolved through 3.8 billion years. It is optimized so well. Each and every element, each and every animal has evolved with the context. I think only we as human beings are sort of trying to be away from nature and evolve and make buildings and houses which are like sort of disconnected from what nature is. Hi, I'm Khushbu Davda, principal and partner at Studio Emergence, a parametric architecture firm based out of Mumbai. When I was really young, I used to go out with my father in the evenings quite a bit. How the sun plays a lot with the buildings. There's a little glistening light you can see all around, and the entire neighborhood sort of glistens and sings along in the symphony. So I think maybe that was the time there was a small seed planted of getting into architecture. So actually, a home is two things. I should feel safe in a home. So safety is, I think, my first parameter. And second is comfort. I think as architects, that's what we strive. We also see how we can incorporate nature into our designs because we really want our end users to feel comfortable while they are using the environment. Especially after the pandemic, everyone has realized that nature and being around nature is paramount importance, really affecting my daily mental well-being. We as human beings, we are not evolved to live in square boxes. We would love to live in more nature-centric or more natural forms. That's why when we are closer to nature, when you're on the beach, near the mountains or in the forest, you feel much better, right? Your happiness quotient increases. The reason is nature has these curves and has geometries which are so much more evolved than a simple rectangle. I studied something called advanced design and digital architecture. It really is parametric design where we could actually experiment with materials. We could experiment with softwares on how to optimize sunlight, how to optimize wind direction and anything related to comfort conditions. On basis of these decisions which are really data driven and which are added into these softwares and the algorithms that we create, we actually get the end product. Usually it is very beautiful because these are all principle based on nature and nature is beautiful, right? So the process gives you answers, the data gives you answers. At the end product, you will see how beautifully the entire thing is woven into this final product, which will be talking to everything, your surroundings, your context, your local users, everything. So about this house, actually, as soon as you enter, you really see this entire panoramic view of the sea link and the Shivaji Park. We wanted to maximize the sunlight that's coming from these huge windows. In that process, we build a story for them. We know that how their user experience will be once the villa or a bungalow or an apartment will be built. Over the time, what I've understood is how to use any material is of much more importance than the material itself. So, of course, these natural materials like stone and wood will really, speak to you because when you touch them and feel them, you feel closer to nature than the other materials like concrete. These buildings that we're designing are going to stand a test of time. They're going to be there for a while. So there's a huge responsibility that we have as architects. I think everyone knows that we want to and we have to understand human emotions. We have to understand human comfort conditions. So different volumes, different stories, different textures, different materials. At the end of the day, that is going to affect their experience. I hope we are going to play a small role in the large part and a large movement towards sustainable architecture, where we use different technologies, whatever is available to us in different industries as well, into construction and into architecture in general. And we create different, more livable architecture in the future, for the future generations to get inspired from all the architecture and all the designs that we have done or other architects also will be doing in the future.